Ladies and gentlemen, it is game week, and Dan Campbell got in front of the media today, and it feels weird with it actually being a game, man, that we have a game this week. Usually we're so used to him getting in front of the media in the offseason that I forgot if this is the last time that he appears. It could be Thursday, but I know he gets in front of the media one last day, and then we don't see him till after the game on Sunday. In this case, we'll see him Sunday night after the game is over. We will be doing a live post-game show at 12:30 a.m. when I get home from Ford Field. So, yeah, hopefully you guys stay up for that. But here are 7 takeaways that I took away, obviously, from Dan's presser today. Shout out to Tim Twentyman. I did see him with 7 takeaways, and I was like, well, let me see how many I can get. I got 7 as well. The first thing that I saw is that, so you're telling me there's a chance. DJ Reader, there's still a chance that he can play in Sunday's game. I don't think he will. I would be surprised if he does. But Dan Campbell said that he would know more after tomorrow. And today being Wednesday, the final injury report comes on Friday. So if we hear that, or if we see that DJ Reader is not listed as out on that report, he could be playing. But said that yesterday was a good day, and this is his first real time, like, with some football reps and things like that, that there is still a chance that he can play. I'm going to lean toward not playing because one thing the Detroit Lions do not do is rush somebody back. So I'm going to say he's not, but I guess it kind of works because if DJ Reader does play, then that goes toward the clown. Either way it goes toward the clown suit. Don't forget, DJ Reader must play a minimum of 12 games. So hopefully we see him. The number 2 is the cat and mouse game with Jonah Jackson, how that Jonah Jackson is no doubt with the new team now, that being the LA Rams. And one of his jobs is to give away information so that his team can be victorious, and how the Detroit Lions are prepared for that, changing some keywords and things like that. And they had to do something very similar with David Blau last year when David went to the Minnesota Vikings. But he brought up something that in the heat of battle, Jonah is not going to have time to remember what was what. You know what I'm saying? So if there's any behind the scenes information or proprietary information that Jonah gave away, it would be now, and it's going to be very difficult to do that with 40 seconds on the play clock. So, but that it's a cat and mouse game, and they are prepared for that. The point number 3 is that the Rams are a better team than they were last year. Yes, they lack Aaron Donald, but that they got some guys that actually in the draft that the Detroit Lions had their eyes on as well. Obviously, the Detroit Lions went a different way, but how the whole team is better than it was last year. He also said that our team is better as well. So it should be a really good matchup between the two teams. But one thing I love about Dan Campbell is he is always going to say things the right way. He's always going to show respect toward the other team. He's never going to give too much away. And I love that about Coach. Takeaway number 4 is that Terrion Arnold, he's itching to get his first game day action in a real game, that he is not going to be locked down to one side, which means that we could see Terrion on the left or the right. As of right now, he's not going to follow their best receiver. He could be on either side, that they got enough faith on Carlton Davis III that they're not going to lock this guy down to one side. So I would love to see, I can't wait to see Terrion, man, because I want to see how he is going to compare to Sauce Gardner a couple years ago. So that's kind of what I want to see. Now, granted, they were taken at 2 different spots. Sauce is top 10, Terrion fell out of the top 20, but I want to see what effect he's going to have, not only on that back end, but the pass rush as well. If he can give our guys half a second to get to the quarterback, that'll be huge. Point number 5 is that Gibbs has supreme speed. And one of the things that they want to do before the game, and I think the Lions learned this from practice last year, practice during the offseason, is that they got to let him loose during practice. A lot of times in practice, they're not going full strength. But in order to get that hamstring and get those body parts ready for the real thing, when Gibbs will be giving it 100% going full steam ahead, they got to let him loose during practice. I like that. Get the muscles ready, the joints ready, the hamstrings, the tendons ready for full speed. So I do like that he has supreme speed. And he mentioned 21, 22 miles per hour. And one thing I can't wait to see, I was waiting on Jahmyr Gibbs to break one. break a long touchdown. I'm talking about 60 plus yards, line of scrimmage, one handoff. We're on our side of the field and we're gone, right? That's what I'm ready to see Jahmyr do. I think he's going to do it this year. He came really close, a tackle away from breaking it. I can't even imagine or count how many times Gibbs came, how close he came to breaking one to the house. Because I feel like once you get away from that second line of defense, depending on the angle that the secondary player has on you, it's going to be very difficult to catch him. And I think that he breaks 160 plus this year. Point number 6 is they asked Dave Burkett asked him about a commercial, and he said that he did not want to do it, which seems like Coach, but that his daughter and wife talked him into it. And get this, there are more to come. So this was only the beginning. And he mentioned the Cowboys commercial that he did that somebody on Twitter went and found, and I didn't look at it because it's the Cowboys, so I didn't really care about it. But that the only reason he did it, and he praised the actors and how it was phenomenal. I wish he would have said how many takes it was, but he talked about, he praised everybody else more than himself and said the only reason he did it is because of his daughter and wife was like, you need to start doing some of these. So shout out to them, man. We got to see Coach in a commercial. And point number 7 is that Brian Branch will be fine. He is a football player. We know that he's been held out for some time, and he had to battle some injury last year, but that he's a football player and he will not just play safety. Sometimes he will be in the nickel cornerback position. So I'm excited about this. We know that him and Kirby Joseph are going to be the starting safeties, and with Iffy and Brandon Joseph playing backup roles. So I'm excited to see Brian Branch and the other rookies as well, the second-year players like Laporta and Jahmyr Gibbs, things like that. I'm excited to see. I'm also excited to see what Hutch is going to do with that defensive line with Reeder playing. So it would be good, man, if Reeder can play. I don't know. I'm going to lean toward not playing just because Coach is like, he gave the second week, and I think that that's their target. But Reeder would have to be really have to satisfy the medical staff and coaching them if he's going to play on Sunday. So let me know your thoughts on Coach's takeaways. What did you get from it? We're going to keep this going all year. So when Coach has a takeaway or does a press conference, we're going to do one of these videos. I love doing this. This is essentially what Tim 20-Man and all the other guys do, but a new segment, something I have not done before. But now we are entering believe it or not, we are entering year 4 of covering the Lions. I started actually when the Lions were winless. We had just came back from playing the LA Rams, so I had half of that season in 2021. This is my third full off season heading into the season. So you got 21, 22, and now, 22, 23, and now 24. So I'm excited. And the bigger you get, the more established you are, the more risks you can take. So there's a couple videos that don't do too well, but it's just the nature of the business. The preview videos that I do on Friday, which we will be doing one very soon, those don't do very well, but this is just, it's on to the next video. Some interest you more than others. I think during the season, you're worried about 2 things or 3 things. 1, the game. That's all you care about. 2, who's hurt. And 3 are, as the trade deadline approaches, who could come and go from our team. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I just cannot believe game week is here. The fantasy football draft has already happened, so shout out to everybody that joined. I am looking forward to that. We will be kicking off tomorrow. So yeah, I'm excited, man. This channel is brought to you by viewers, subscribers, and members just like you. You guys are awesome. Take care of yourself and each other. And as always, go Lions. Also, not everything is as it seems. I've seen my post-game thumbnail, a direct copy of it, floating around the internet. And I am completely shocked. Well, actually, I'm not shocked by that at all. But remember, things are not always what they appear. There's only one Lions Syndicate, one original Derek, and you guys are looking right at him. So don't be fooled by everything that you see. There's only one. There's a lot of imitators, duplicators, but there's only one originator, and that's me sitting right here. You guys are awesome, man. I will catch you in the next video.